Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Mondays with Madison. This week's special guest is my friend Cameron Dicker.
What up, guys?
So we have a super cool video planned. I'm gonna ask him a ton of questions, and in between that, we'll see how well I can play football and how well he can play soccer. So stay tuned, because this one's gonna be a fun one. All right, let's start it off by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Cameron. I grew up in Shanghai, China. I was actually born in Hong Kong. I moved to Austin when I was 11, and I've been in Lake Travis ever since. I came to UT 2018, and I'm a junior now and kicking still. Yeah.
Awesome. And then you actually played soccer, so might have a little bit of an unfair advantage at this game that we do, but what other sports did you play growing up?
A little bit of everything. Kind of fell away from everything else because they weren't too much fun, but soccer all my life, all throughout high school, and then ended up just sticking with football because, I got a full scholarship here, and why would I pass that up?
Can't pass that up. So we're actually going to go into our first athletic challenge, and he's going to teach me how to punt a football. A little different than a soccer ball, but we'll see how it goes. All right, show me how it's done.
Okay, so first step is you're gonna practice just catching the ball right there. So here, I'll toss it to you to make it even better.
Thank you.
Ready? Boom, catching. Okay, and then when you catch, you wanna put your hand on the back of the ball, and then hand on the side as well to kind of guide it. And your steps are pretty much gonna be 1, 2, and then hand off and kind of out here to balance. And then your third is where you kick. Yep, you can lift the ball up a little, so it's like handshake level, right here? Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right here holding, so like just 1, 2, 3, out, and then just kick it up.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Easy enough.
Yeah. I'm up first?
You first.
Okay. Easy enough.
Easy enough. Okay. Okay. Oh, beautiful. That punt wasn't too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Looks like it come from my jaw.
Trying at least. So we'll now talk about your high school experience. So like you said, you went to Lake Travis High School, and you were a 2-time All-State kicker, which is really exciting and pretty huge. So tell us a little bit about your experience in high school.
It was fun. Played on a really good football team, which helped me a lot personally, just like being recruited. I have a lot more game film than some guys I know on this team who have played at least a full season more in high school just because we went to state every year. And also winning state championships, or a state championship, was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool memory for sure. So you were ranked the number 4 kicker nationally coming out of high school by 24/7 Sport. So what does your training look like to get to that point? Because you are, like you said, a different position than other people on your team. So what does that look like?
A lot of stuff on my own or with my best friend who's also a kicker. And so a lot of that was just kind of going to these Sunday trainings with our kicking coaches at one-on-one kicking, and then just doing all the drills and stuff probably 4 or 5 days a week just on our own throughout the day.
Got to put in the extra work.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And then you living in Lake Travis, that's only about 20-30 minutes from here. And you just decided to come to UT. So being so close, what was the draw to come here, and why didn't you look out of state or elsewhere?
I think my favorite thing was kind of just being here in Austin. I love the city, and then it was also great just being close to home. It's 30 minutes, so it's not like I have to be home every day, but it gives me the ability to kind of go home and see my family when I want.
Right. That's definitely something I miss from being out of state, so you lucked out with that one. So now, Cameron is going to put on the goalie gloves, and he's going to do some soccer training, and we'll see how good he does.
We'll see.
He's got the gloves on. He's all ready to go. So we're going to see how well he can be a goalkeeper against some of my shots.
Oh, yeah?
Ready?
Yep. Oh, baby! That's going over. That's over. No, no, no. So you're going that way.
That's a goal.
Oh, almost got it. Oh, baby. Oh.
Celebrated too early. if you ask me. So we'll now jump into some of his Texas football experience questions. So as a freshman, you came in and played all 14 games. You were on the all Big 12 second team, and you had the most ever points scored by a Longhorn freshman, which is all fantastic stats to have. So what was your freshman season like, especially coming in as a freshman and getting to play in all of those games?
It was super fun. I mean, having the team kind of count on me throughout the whole season was a fun experience. Kind of getting thrown in there wasn't too big of a change from high school, just because I was at a good enough high school to where I had pressure moments, and so coming here kind of just made it a little bit more difficult in some scenarios, but I had a really fun time.
Yeah, and you were thrown into some game-winning situations, like the OU game specifically. I actually have a video of that game-winning field goal on my phone. I'll play it right here. And we actually went to the game, me and my dad. So what was that feeling like when you made that field goal? Because I know the crowd was going crazy. So what were your feelings?
No, I was super happy. I mean, it's like you don't get that opportunity much, and so coming in as a freshman and kind of getting the chance to do that was really cool. And then just, I don't know, just the relief kind of right when I hit the ball, I knew it was going through. So like before I looked up, I was like, awesome. Like I looked up, made sure it's still going, and I kind of saw it going, and I was like, woo! But it was awesome.
Secured the win with that one. That was a big one. And then your sophomore year, you had a career-long 57-yard field goal against Rice, which is actually the longest in UT history since 1985. And then your junior year, which this year, you've had 9 field goals on the season, even though it's been a different season with COVID. So with all of those stats being said, and what are you most excited for the rest of the season?
I'm looking forward to kind of just going on and playing these last couple of games and just seeing how the team can do. I think we have a good chance of winning out from here. And so seeing how kind of the team develops together, and then playing, going into the bowl game and having a fun time and going and winning that.
And now going into this week, you are now going to be punting, since Ryan, our punter, unfortunately tore his ACL. So do you have prior punting experience? What is your experience in punting?
Yeah, I mean, I punted in high school, so I punted junior and senior year of high school. But since then, I haven't punted here yet, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really excited to go out there and punt.
Yeah, I get to bring that back from high school. And then, what we are all dying to know is, from that freshman OU game, you had an iconic head nod playing right here. So, what is the story behind that head nod? What was actually going on, going through your head? Tell us about it.
I was just kind of standing on the sideline. I think I was getting a drink of water or something, but I looked over and I saw Joseph Osai just staring and looking at me, and I was like, we always wink at each other when we see each other, so I just gave him a little head nod, a little wink, and and just, I don't know, it was kind of a little comforting just seeing him and like just doing the same basic things we do every day before like a high pressure situation, so it was cool.
Yeah, because that was right before the field goal, so that's a fun moment to have. So now we are going to go into another football challenge. I'm going to attempt to catch some punts. So we'll see how this one goes too.
What are the odds she catches this? Oh! First try too, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think she has a hard time when I have to make her move around. Right to her, this has gotta be. Oh my!
My punts would never do that. Okay. Yes! That was really fun. I feel like my goalkeeping experience
May have helped a little.
Might have helped my hands a little bit. But we will now go into our person behind the athlete segment. Like you said, you grew up in China and moved to the US when you were 11. you know some Chinese, so show us a little of that and tell us about what it was like growing up in China.
你好，我是周小龙，我住在中国11月。Yep. And living in China was fun. I mean, I got to learn Chinese, obviously. It's just totally different experience and a lot of kids here. And so it's just something I kind of just have as a unique thing about me.
Yeah, especially moving here as 11, you have a lot of those memories still, which is really cool. And then you are also in the McCombs School of Business, which is a very prestigious major here at UT and a very difficult major. So tell us about that and how your studies are going.
Oh, it's fun. I mean, right now I'm in a consulting class, which is pretty fun. You get to work with a real company and kind of see what the real world's like. I'm a marketing major, first of all, and so just kind of see what the real world's going to be like after college. And then, I mean, it's hard, obviously, but I have a good time, and just getting to know some of the kids there is really cool.
And get to make a lot of connections with some pretty great people, which is cool.
Yeah.
Cameron, thank you so much for being on this week's Mondays with Madison. I have loved having you, and it was super fun to just play around with some soccer and football, as well as get to know more about Cam with some good questions. So please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for new interviews every single Monday. So with that being said, until next Monday,
see you later, sports fans.
See you later, sports.
Redo. And I'm sorry.
Supers.